Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm back for the new year now. I know I uploaded a Christmas video, but I'm fairly sure that went up like before New Year's. So I'm back for the new year. Hello, hi, nice to see you again. Today I'm here with the first really casual, chill kind of sit down and just talk video that I've done in what feels like literally forever. I'm here with a cup of coffee in my Winnie the Pooh mug, which is my favourite thing. It's still too hot to drink. And today I'm going to show you my slightly embarrassingly long to-be-read pile of books that I have. I've kind of neglected reading over the past year or so just due to GCSEs and everything, and now I'm doing A-levels and I'm realising that I'm not just going to magically start reading again unless I make myself start reading. So currently having to read Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte for English literature, but once I finish reading that, which will hopefully be soon because I'm getting through it, I'm getting there, I have an entire pile of about 10 books that I want to read over the course of this year. I'm not setting myself a specific goal. A lot of booktubers and stuff make these videos like monthly, say what they want to read in that month. There's no way I'm going to get these books read in a month. So I'm just going to say these are the books that I want to read over the next period of time, and I'm thinking that by making this video I'm holding myself to having to read these books, which is good because I want to. So, by the way, I have set up my new Rode microphone, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the sound is a bit better if I've set it up right. Okay, so the first one I have here is A Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Really love The Importance of Being Earnest. I read it for English literature A-level again. My English teacher referenced this so many times in the lessons that it's just made me really want to read it. Like, I just really want to. It sounds like the exact kind of story that I would enjoy, like double life. I'm really interested in the whole like Victorian era as like a period of history, so I think I'll really enjoy this. I really want to read this. I got it for my birthday, so like about a month ago, but I'm dying to read this. It looks so good. I've heard many great things. The second one is John Steinbeck, The Grapes of Wrath. I've heard so much about this book. Obviously it's like quite famous, one of the Penguin modern classics, and these are like my favourite book covers in the world. I have like quite a few of this like cover style. A lot of them are Arthur Miller plays as well, and I just really like them. I think they're really nice. When I saw this in this cover I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick it up, and that was probably about 6 months ago and I just haven't read it. Been really bad on reading books or reading multiple books at one time or reading books that I enjoy alongside the books that I'm studying, and I know that I'm not going to do it unless I force myself to. Of Mice and Men is actually one of my favourite books. I know a lot of people hate it, but I didn't actually study it for GCSE, so I think that's kind of like the reason why I still like it, because I know a lot of people hate it because they studied it, but I really liked that book, and I've seen it performed as a play and I really enjoyed it. And obviously this is a very famous John Steinbeck book as well as Of Mice and Men, so I'm really hoping that this lives up to my expectations. So this was written in 1939 and I'm really interested in the whole like 40s, 50s, 30s kind of like era, specifically like 20s and 30s, like Great Depression, Gatsby kind of era, that thing in America. Like I'm really interested in that, and then also the 50s as well, just as like a thing. I really like Arthur Miller plays, which is probably the reason why I like the era so much. The next one is King Lear by William Shakespeare. Oh, it's ruined. Guys, look what happened to my book. I didn't do this, I don't know what happened. Quite a big Shakespeare fan, to be honest with you. And my mom studied King Lear at A-level, I think, and really loved it and talks about it quite a bit, and I just thought I would give it a go and read it. I just really love Shakespeare in general. As I said, one of my favourites is Hamlet, which I'm very lucky enough to study next year in year 13. And I'm really excited about that. I actually saw it at the Barbican Theatre in London when Benedict Cumberbatch was playing Hamlet, and it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so good. Yeah, I would have included that in this list because I haven't actually read it, but I'm reading it next year, so there's no point reading it now. I find Shakespeare plays really interesting. I love reading plays in general. They're probably one of my favourite things to read. I really love reading plays, as I've mentioned Arthur Miller twice already in the 7 minutes that I've already been filming. Excited to give that one a go. The next one I have is going to be a bit more of a project for me. I'm not a fast reader at all, which is why it's taken me so long to actually read books and why I have so many books that I just haven't read yet. This is Insomnia by Stephen King. Love the idea of his books and the idea of the movies that he has made from the books. I tried to read this before, probably about 2 years ago, and I really just could not get into it. I only got about 40 pages into the book, which is not a lot out of this entire massive novel, but I don't think I really understood what it was about, so I'm hoping now that I've read more books and more difficult books that I'll be able to understand this a bit better and hopefully actually get into the story rather than probably just reading it a page here and there, which is probably what I did and probably why I didn't get it. But I've never really read any horrors or thrillers before, so I think this will be a very interesting book for me to try and read. I'll let you know what I think about it when I actually get onto it, but I think it's going to be a bit of a project for me because, as I said, I'm a very slow reader. I've planned this all out on like a little notebook, so if I'm looking down, that's why. I made a caramel one because I love caramel and coffee. The next one I have on my list is Jack Kerouac, On the Road. I actually got just under halfway in this the last time I tried to read it. I started reading it, I think it was around summer of last year, so not the summer just gone, but the summer before that, like summer 2015-ish, before GCSEs and before year 11, so it's been quite a while. The only reason I didn't finish it was because exams took over and I had to reread all of the texts for the English literature exams, and I just didn't finish it. I really liked it. As I've mentioned, I really love the 50s era and literature set in that time just in general. So I don't know why I wouldn't like it, but I do really like it and I liked it when I read it. I'm going to restart it rather than carry on from where I left off because I really don't remember what happened. The next books come as a bit of a package deal for me because they are Khaled Hosseini's books. I have read A Thousand Splendid Suns for A-level again. It's one of my all-time favourites now. Like, I really, really love this book. I don't really know much about the other two novels that he's written. I know The Kite Runner has been made into a film, but I haven't seen it and I don't really know much about it. And then And the Mountains Echoed, I have no idea what it's about at all. But my boyfriend's parents very, very kindly got me these for my birthday and I'm so excited to read them. I just adore Khaled Hosseini's writing style and everything about his books. Okay, so the next book I have is Thomas Hardy, Far from the Madding Crowd. I've wanted to read this for quite a while. I've heard many, many good things about it. Obviously, it's like a classic. I picked this up really cheap at like a market and it had books, so I picked up this really, really old copy, which I think is lovely, and the writing is so small. I bought it on a whim alongside this book, which I'm currently reading, which is For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. I can't say his name. Ernest Hemingway, which I am loving at the moment. I'm finding it so interesting and like captivating to read. I can't put it down. I literally love it so much right now. And I'm hoping that the other book that I picked up at the same time is going to impress me just as much. Don't even know why I picked it up, I just want to read it. I haven't seen any like TV or movie adaptations of it, but I just think it'll be so much fun. The last book is a bit of a controversial book. It is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee. I picked this up literally when it came out, like a couple days after it was released, I think, and it still has the price sticker on. Didn't read it because I was doing To Kill a Mockingbird for GCSE, and I didn't want my opinion of Atticus to be tainted before I'd taken the exam, just because I thought it would like mess up my opinions on the book or something, I don't know. But it's quite a controversial book, I know, but I still really want to read it just to see what it's like and what Atticus is really like compared to what everyone said he's actually like. I don't know. It's not really a priority of mine to read at the moment, but I have it and I'm going to read it at some point. I did actually just have one bonus book to put on the end, but then I picked this up out of my pile because I realised that I hadn't included it for some reason, even though I do really want to read it. It is A Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. I think that's how you say his name. I have no idea. I'm so bad at pronouncing names. I, again, tried to read this, got about 3 pages in and didn't understand what was going on, but I think it's one of those books that once you actually get into it and you understand what's being said, you'd really enjoy it. So I'm hoping that I will actually really like this book. I have heard many good things about it. I've also seen the opening to the film and it looked really interesting and I want to read the book again. Like, I tried before and it didn't work. I will read it. This is my bonus book now. It is The Little Book of Haig, I think that's how you say it. I really don't know. Please correct me if you're Danish and you happen to know. Basically, I'm obsessed with Denmark and Copenhagen. I went there over the summer. If you've seen my travel vlogs, you'll know that. I really love the city. It's a beautiful city, Copenhagen, and I fell in love with it when I was there, and it was easily my favourite place that we went to on the cruise, and I'm in love. And I found this at Waterstones, and it's just like a lifestyle book, The Danish Way to Live Well, and I think that's really sweet. It's also blue on the inside cover, and that is my favourite colour in the entire world, powder blue. I'm wearing it today. It's all over the cover and everything, and I just really love it, and I'm so excited to learn the Danish way of life. Yes. So that is my to be read pile for the next however long it takes me to read the books. It's probably going to be a while, but I'm putting myself on a book buying ban. I've been on a book buying ban for about 3 months and I still haven't got through this pile, so you know, it's probably gonna take a while, but I'm on a complete book buying ban now. Book buying ban. How many times can I say that? I am going to read these before I can buy any more books, or at least try to read them all. Some of them I know I probably won't like as much as I'm hoping I will. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week with a brand new video. Don't know what it's gonna be. Let's find out next week. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time. Bye!